Hello, welcome to week 1 of the ASL Season 6, the rematch of the century, the finals rematch of Season 4, the first week rematch of Season 5, first week rematch of Season 6, coming soon, maybe in playoffs. It's me versus Hutch, the famous one, and I'm here with someone who's not important. Tier 6 trash. Kody. How you doing?
Good, thanks for having me.
Doing good. Okay, so let's talk about this matchup. I think this matchup was heavily in my favor. The one thing that could probably go wrong is Bishop. If it gets out of control, maybe if it comes in on a defog, that would suck. But he only has Steelix's hazards, so if I can control that, then I'm doing pretty well.
Team preview, what were you thinking?
Team preview? I'm thinking in my mocks, people let off with Latios. Scarf Latios could be a problem for me. But I also think that because Steelix is here, he could lead Steelix, and getting a Scald off on it would be really nice. So that's why I was thinking of leading my Logic. So I believe I did lead my Logic. And he sent in his... Oh, this is a bit too fast. He sent in my melodic was a check to his Megalopony. He just let off with Megalopony, giving me a free Toxic on the Primarina.
Did you think he did not have Fake Out after he switched out immediately?
No, he probably did have Fake Out, but like, what's the point? I think he was thinking. I mean, he lost nothing by Fake Outing, other than that I could potentially have a free switch, but why would I switch? You really should have faked out, probably.
So, it as a move.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't he have fake out? I mean, I have so many offensive threats that if I set up with any of them, you should have it. And so I thought I could either Scald or Toxic, and I thought Toxic was better if he was gonna switch. So I Toxic'd, I cut the Primarina, and then I wanted to check out if there was Specs or something like that. So I switched into Florgus to take the Energy Ball, and he did nothing to me. I don't think he was even specially attack invested. He had nothing. Now he's just taking so much chip. It's so easy.
That was a very good double.
Yeah, I double back into my Logic, because if he Energy Balls, I only take like 30%. If he switches into something, he's probably switching into Bishop or Steelix. And my Logic leads up well against them, both of them. I double straight into I switch straight into Darmanitan on Miss Magius just to check to see if it was a Nasty Plat, and it was Nasty Plat, so I get a free Flare Blitz, pretty much. 44% to Latios. And if that was offensive Latios, like a Scarf Latios, that would have been really annoying. It would have done like 50%. So it's not Scarf, and we see the leftovers. It's very defensive. Do you think that defensive Lati was a good bring here?
But Rocky Helmet just because I wanted to chip away Diggersby and Burning, and also Darmanitan, which can get annoying with U-turn.
Yeah. I think that Latios could have been 50-50. Seeing that he's at least like max HP from this Flare Blitz damage, I'm thinking that I could have a chance to sweep with Diggersby very soon if I set things up correctly. I also think that he might have messed up with defensive Latios, because Scarf Latios could have been tricking like Florgus, making me think a lot more, but I don't know. People don't bring that.
Notice you like to bring Scarf Latios in past seasons a lot.
Yeah, Scarf Latios is pretty nice. I think that Trick, Draco, Psychic pretty much hits most things. But I go into Milotic, I Toxic, send off another Toxic. Because it's defensive, I would just don't want to see it come back to be healthy. So, turn 9, I decide to Scald when he Nasty Plats. I thought there's a very real chance that he could just pop the Z move. I think that I switched into Darmanitan last time, so I was like, I can either go hard Darmanitan and hard predict the Nasty Plat again. I can Scald predicting the Z move, or I can Haze predicting the Nasty Plat. There wasn't really much. I guess the point of hazing would be to make him chip down more toxic damage. But really, I was thinking either Scald hard predicting Z move or Darmanitan hard predicting Nasty Plat. Because there's.
Yeah. Haze was a really good bring because Power Up Punch, Lopunny, Latios, Bisharp, and Miss Magus.
Yeah. So he decides to Nasty Plat, and I Scald, and I get the play wrong. But it's not too bad because he's toxic. So. I go into Florges, Viola. Because I think he revealed the. Oh, wait, no, he revealed the Energy Ball on Primarina, and he crits my Florges! I would have been able to take anything if it wasn't for that crit. But I just predict, get some more Toxic Chip. This turn, I'm thinking he might. I can't really switch out here. Florges is probably the best thing to sack if I were to sack anything. Because really it's only for Latios, which Latios could still be a problem, but it's only for Latios and kind of Primarina, but pretty much mostly for Latios. So I'm fine with it taking more damage. Also, I'm thinking he's behind right now. Yes, there's a very real possibility that he could hard predict a switch. So if I go like Milotic, we could see an Energy Ball. If I go Diggersby, we could see an Energy Ball. Yeah. And I get the double protect, which free 50-50, and he goes for an Energy Ball. And he would have lost the 50-50 anyways. My Florges would have still been alive, but it would have been at nothing, which would have sucked. Now he goes into Lopunny. And if he didn't have Fake Out, then I'm in a world of niceness, I guess. But he has Fake Out, he reveals it now. So I guess there was a reason for him not to Fake Out turn 1. If I thought he didn't have Fake Out. But I go into my hard Lopunny counter. And I recover up. And I know from calcs that he doesn't have much special attacks, so unless he's Z move, then he's not going to do much to me. I go for the recover just to scout exactly how much damage it would do. And I was faster than Primarina. He doesn't even have any speed. I think he was Spadef for Latios. I think that was his hard Latios check. But I decided to. He Sword Stance on the Bisharp on my Melodic, and I go for the Scald Burn, and I don't get it.
Yep.
So I decide to Haze on the SD, because what I'm thinking right now is my Magneton is sturdy, so if I have to sack Melodic, which kind of sucks, because Melodic kind of beats almost everything, 1v1, so if I can somehow get away from this with a healthy Melodic, and sack something. I probably should have sacked Florges, but I didn't want him to set up more on Florges. But he gets the flinch on Milotic, so I have to switch out if I want to keep Milotic for the reasons that I said before. Potentially bringing it in on Steelix, potentially bringing it on Primarina and getting it back up. So I switch into Magneton, and he goes hard into Steelix on my HP fighting. I think afterwards.
And here he thought you were choice, so I think he made a double.
Yeah. He made a double hard into Latios. As I set up my Reflect. And what I'm thinking right now is I can either go into Latios or Volt into Latios or Diggersby. I can go Diggersby, potentially set up and win, or Latios and potentially do a lot of damage to things. But he went Lopunny, and I can't really go Diggersby on Lopunny, even behind the screens. So if he went like Bisharp there, he probably lost. I don't know why he would go Bisharp there, but... So I decided to Psyshock the Lopunny. I got a crit on the Primarina. Probably mattered, but it would have been 2-hit KO'd anyways. And he decides to fake out my Latios, revealing to me that he's adamant. And I HP fighting because it was a nice mid-ground play. And now I'm like really far ahead. I still have a lot of offensive presence. I killed the last thing that I could set up with, or get healed back with Milotic, but I didn't want Stealth Rocks going up to break my Sturdy. So here he protects on my Draco. What I'm thinking right now is, if I can kill this Latios, then I'm just in a good position. So he decides to sack the Bisharp. What I think he could have done is, if he sacks the Latios and he sets up with Bisharp, that might have been the spookiest thing. If he was expecting me to be Magnet Pull Magneton. Right?
Right.
That probably should have been his win con. But he doesn't do that. He sacks the Bisharp. I sack my Milotic to the Fake Out, because Fake Out plus Return kills me, my Latios, but Fake Out on its own doesn't kill Latios. And here's a series of 50-50s. I was thinking, Draco doesn't have a great chance to kill Lopunny, but it would definitely kill Latios if he hard switches. And Psyshock definitely kills Lopunny, so I decided to play it safe and go for the Psyshock first. And this is the turn that's probably going to be most controversial, and I'm going to ask you about it, Kody. Because I decide to Draco here, and he's max speed and I'm definitely max speed, it's a speed tie. And if he gets the Draco off first, then I lose my Latios. And this could be kind of... I'm still not exactly positive on what I should have done. Because things I was thinking of doing is, I could have gotten hard something like Magneton, set up screens, and then Volt switched. Probably back into Latios or Darmanitan. Another thing I was thinking of was just hard Dracoing. If I lose the 50-50 speed tie, then I can go Diggersby, set up an Agility, and then sweep him there. Or or I can sack Darmanitan, keep both Latios and Diggersby, and then set up with Diggersby and try to go.
Definitely would keep Darmanitan because it's Scarf. Venerable, but it could also get up screens, and he didn't have his Steelix to block your Volt Switch anymore. But if he did win the speed tie, Diggersby would come in, and I don't know if Hutch would protect Scouting Diggersby, but I know he definitely would have went for Agility, and then it definitely would have been closer if Hutch... We'll soon see, but you'd want a speed tie, and then...
Yeah, I win the speed tie anyways. Or he protects first to get more life or leftovers recovery, seeing what I wanted to go for. So I Draco again.
Yeah, I guess
win the speed tie.
Would have been a good case where keeping Forges would have been good as well.
Yeah, if I had Florges there, I just won. But now I just decide the easiest thing to do is to go into something that can threaten to kill Lopunny, but so he can't set up if he is Power Up Punch. And then I go back into Latios to give it the 5th kill, making it... I'm pretty sure it's going to be the MVP this week. 5 kills is hard to beat.
Yes. Was it 4 attacks, Latios?
It was 3 attacks Roost. This time. So, I think it was a pretty overwhelming victory on my side, but some of the crits that happened might be a bit controversial. The speed tie play was probably maybe. That
There were
one.
crit. There was a speed tie. There was an iron head flinch.
Yeah, that Iron Head flinch. If he didn't flinch me there, that was probably a choke because there's a 70% chance I heal up with my Logic, and he doesn't have an SD, and I can go for a Scald again. I could go for 2 Scalds potentially.
Would have been set up because Latias would have been toxic and it was walled by. My Loadic can wall the Lopunny play from them.
Yeah, if he doesn't get that flinch though, it's potentially a 6-0 Melodic sweep.
Shell Bisharp. Very good ring.
Shed Shell. Another thing I was thinking is he could potentially have brought the berry, Fighting Berry. What's it called?
Chapel Berry. Yep.
Chapel Berry would have been really nice for hidden power attacks.
Would have been good for Latios.
But I was kind of surprised on Hutch's prep because it seemed like he almost went into this battle without a way to kill Milotic other than Nasty Flat. What's it called?
Mismagius or Latios.
Without Nasty Flat Mismagius to Energy Ball my Milotic to death. It's kind of strange prep. Bisharp was definitely very threatening, something I had to think a lot about.
The way to knock out your Milotic was either Toxic or a Z move.
Yeah. And he was Z Mismagius. But I don't know if he brought it. He might have had Toxic on Steelix, we didn't really see much out of that. I don't think he was Toxic on Latias, because I think he would have Toxic my Milotic when he had the chance. But it was very nice to win week 1. And definitely a different start from last season, where I lost to Hutch. And is there much else to say, Kody?
People should be aware of the Megaladios.
Yes, people should be aware of Megaladius. But it was probably a fluke. Don't worry about Megaladius, it won't do much. Give it 6 more kills. Anyways, that's all. See you later. Bye. Whoops.